His answer was the worse of Gloucester's treachery, and of the loyal service of his son. When I informed him, then he called me sot, and told me I had turned the wrong side out. What most he should dislike seems pleasant to him. What like offensive? Gone, then shall you go no further. It is the cowish terror of his spirit. That dares not undertake, he'll not feel wrongs, which tie him to an answer, our wishes on the way. May prove effects, back Edmund to my brother. Hasten his musters, and conduct his powers. I must change arms at home, and give the distaff into my husband's hands. This trusty servant shall pass between us, ere long you are like to hear. If you dare venture in your own behalf a mistress's command, wear this. Spare speech. Decline your head, this kiss, if it durst speak, would stretch thy spirits up into the air. Conceive, and fare thee well. Edom, yours in the ranks of death, exit. Gone, my most dear Gloucester. Oh, the difference of man and man. To thee a woman's services are due. My fool usurps my body. Aswa, madam, here comes my lord, exit. Enter Albany. Gone, I have been worth the whistle. Alb, O Goneril, you are not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face. I fear your disposition. That nature which contemns it origin cannot be bordered certain in itself. She that herself will sliver and disbranch from her material sap, perforce must wither and come to deadly use. Gone no more, the text is foolish. Alb, wisdom and goodness to the vile seem vile. Filth savor but themselves, what have you done? Tigers, not daughters, what have you performed? A father and a gracious aged man, whose reverence even the head-lugged bear would lick. Most barbarous, most degenerate, have you madded. Could my good brother suffer you to do it? A man, a prince, by him so benefited. If that the heavens do not their visible spirits send quickly down to tame these vile offenses, it will come. Humanity must perforce prey on itself, like monsters of the deep. Gone, milk-livered mans, that bears thee a cheek for blows, a head for wrongs, who hast not in thy brows an eye discerning thine honor from thy suffering, that not knows thee. Fools do those villains pity who are punished. Ere they have done their mischief, where's thy drum? France spreads his banners in our noiseless land. With plumed helm, thy state begins to threat, whiles thou, a moral fool, sit'st thee still and creased. Alack, why does he so? Alb, see thyself, devil. Proper deformity seems not in the fiend so horrid as in woman. Gone, O vain fool. Alb, thou changed and self-covered thing, for shame. Bemonster not thy feature, were't my fitness to let these hands obey my blood. They are apt enough to dislocate and tear thy flesh and bones, howe'er thou art a fiend. A woman's shape doth shield thee. Gone, marry your manhood muse. Enter a gentleman. Alb, what news? Gent, oh my good lord, the Duke of Cornwall's dead. Slain by his servant, going to put out the other eye of Gloucester. Alb, Gloucester's eyes. Gent, a servant that he bred, thrilled with remorse, opposed against the act, bending his sword to his great master, who, thereat enragged, flew on him, and amongst them felled him dead. But not without that harmful stroke which sins has plucked him after. Alb, this shows you are above. You justicers, that these are nether crimes. So speedily can venge, but oh poor Gloucester, lose he his other eye. Gent both, my lord. This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer. 'Tis from your sister. Gone, one way I like this well. But being widow, and my Gloucester with her, may all the building, in my fancy pluck. Upon my hateful life, another way. The news is not so tart, I'll read and answer. Exit. Alb, where was his son when they did take his eyes? Gent, come with my lady hither. Alb, he is not here. Gent, no, my good lord, I met him back again. Alb, knows he the wickedness? Gent, I, my good lord, 'twas he informed against him. And quit the house on purpose, that their punishment might have the freer course. Alb, Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showedst the king, and to revenge thine eyes. Come hither, friend. Tell me what more thou knowst. Exeunt. Scene 3, the French camp near Dover. Enter Kent and a gentleman. Kent, why the King of France is so suddenly gone back, know you? The reason. Gent, something he left imperfect in the state, which since his coming forth is thought of, which imports to the kingdom so much fear and danger that his personal return was most required and necessary. Kent, who hath he left behind him? General Gent, the Marshal of France, Monsieur Lafare. Kent, did your letters pierce the Queen to any demonstration of grief? Gent, I, sir, she took them, read them in my presence. And now and then an ample tear trilled down her delicate cheek. It seemed she was a queen. Over her passion, who, most rebel-like, sought to be king o'er her. Kent, oh, then it moved her. Gent, not to a rage, patience and sorrow strove. Who should express her goodliest, you have seen. Sunshine and rain at once, her smiles and tears were like a better way, those happy smilets that played on her ripe lip seemed not to know what guests were in her eyes, which parted thence as pearls from diamonds dropped. In brief, sorrow would be a rarity, most beloved, if all could so become it. Kent, made she no verbal question? Gent, faith, once or twice she heaved the name of father, pantingly forth, as if it pressed her heart. Cried, sisters, sisters, shame of ladies, sisters. Kent, father, sisters, what ith storm, ith night. Let pity not be believed, there she shook the holy water from her heavenly eyes, and clamor moistened, then away she started to deal with grief alone. Kent, it is the stars. The stars above us govern our conditions, else oneself mate and mate could not beget. Such different issues, you spoke not with her since. Gent, no. Kent, was this before the king returned? Gent, no, since. Kent, well, sir, the poor distressed Lear's ith town, who sometime, in his better tune, remembers what we are come about, and by no means will yield to see his daughter. Gent, why, good sir? Kent, a sovereign shame so elbows him, his own unkindness, that stripped her from his benediction, turned her to foreign casualties, gave her dear rights. To his dog-hearted daughters these things sting, his mind so venomously that burning shame detains him from Cordelia. Gent, alack, poor gentleman. Kent, of Albany's and Cornwall's powers you heard not. Gent, 'tis so, they are afoot. Kent, well, sir, I'll bring you to our master Lear, and leave you to attend him, some dear cause. Will in concealment wrap me up a while. When I am known aright, you shall not grieve. Lending me this acquaintance, I pray you go along with me, exeunt. Scene 4, the French camp. Enter with drum and colours, Cordelia, doctor and soldiers. Cor, alack, 'tis he, why he was met even now, as mad as the vexed sea, singing aloud, crowned with rank fumiter and furrow weeds, with harlocks, hemlock, nettles, cuckoo fleurs, darnel, and all the idle weeds that grow in our sustaining corn, a century send forth. Search every acre in the high-grown field, and bring him to our eye, exit an officer, what can man's wisdom in the restoring his bereaved sense? He that helps him take all my outward worth. Docked there is means, madam. Our foster nurse of nature is repose, the which he lacks, that to provoke in him are many simples operative, whose power will close the eye of anguish. Cor, all blessed secrets, all you unpublished virtues of the earth, spring with my tears, be aidant and remediate. In the good man's distress, seek for him, lest his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lade it. Enter messenger. Mess news, madam. The British powers are marching hitherward. Cor, 'tis known before, our preparation stands in expectation of them, O dear father. It is thy business that I go about. Therefore, great France, my mourning and important tears hath pitied. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our agged father's right. Soon may I hear and see him. Exeunt. Scene 5, Gloucester's castle. Enter Regan and steward. Reg, but are my brother's powers set forth? Aswa, I, madam. Reg himself in person there. Aswa, madam, with much ado. Your sister is the better soldier. Reg, Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home. Aswa, no, madam. Reg, what might import my sister's letter to him? Aswa, I know not, lady. Reg, faith, he is posted hence on serious matter. It was great ignorance, Gloucester's eyes being out. To let him live, where he arrives he moves. All hearts against us, Edmund, I think, is gone. In pity of his misery, to dispatch his nighted life, moreover to descry the strength of th enemy. Aswa, I must needs after him, madam, with my letter. Reg, our troops set forth tomorrow, stay with us. The ways are dangerous. Aswa, I may not, madam. My lady charged my duty in this business. Reg, why should she write to Edmund, might not you transport her purposes by word, belike? Something I know, not what I'll love thee much. Let me unseal the letter. Aswa, madam, I had rather. Reg, I know your lady does not love her husband. I am sure of that, and at her late being here. She gave strange Iliads and most speaking looks. To noble Edmund, I know you are of her bosom. Aswa, I, madam. Reg, I speak in understanding, yea, I note. Therefore, I do advise you take this note. My lord is dead, Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand. Then for your ladies, you may gather more. If you do find him, pray you give him this. And when your mistress hears thus much from you, I pray desire her call her wisdom to her. So farewell. If you do chance to hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts him off. Aswa would I could meet him, madam, I should show what party I do follow. Reg, fare thee well, exeunt. Scene 6, the country near Dover. Enter Gloucester and Edgar. Glue, when shall I come to th, top of that same hill? Edge, you do climb up it now, look how we labour. Glue, methinks the ground is even. Edge, horrible steep. Hark, do you hear the sea? Glue, no, truly. Edge, why then, your other senses grow imperfect. By your eyes anguish. Glue, so may it be indeed. Methinks thy voice is altered, and thou speak'st in better phrase and matter than thou didst. Edge, ye're much deceived, in nothing am I changed, but in my garments. Glue, methinks ye're better spoken. Edge, come on, sir, here's the place, stand still, how fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. The crows and choughs that wing the midway air show scarce so gross as beetles halfway down. Hangs one that gathers samp her dreadful trade. Methinks he seems no bigger than his head. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice in yond tall anchoring bark. Diminish to her cock a buoy, almost too small for sight, the murmuring surd that on th unnumbered idle pebble chafes cannot be heard so high, I'll look no more, lest my brain turn and the deficient sight topple down headlong. Glue, set me where you stand. Edge, give me your hand, you are now within a foot of th extreme verge, for all beneath the moon. Would I not leap upright? Glue, let go my hand. Here, friend, is another purse, in it a jewel, well worth a poor man's taking, fairies and gods. Prosper it with thee, go thou further off. Bid me farewell, and let me hear thee going. Edge, now fare ye well, good sir. Glue, with all my heart. Edge, why I do trifle thus with his despair is done to cure it. Glue, O you mighty gods, he kneels. This world I do renounce, and in your sights shake patiently my great affliction off. If I could bear it longer and not fall to quarrel with your great opposeless wills, my snuff and loathed part of nature should burn itself out. If Edgar live, oh bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well. He falls forward and swoons. Edge, gone, sir, farewell. And yet I know not how conceit may rob the treasury of life when life itself yields to the theft. Had he been where he thought, by this had thought been past, alive or dead. Ho you, sir, friend, hear you, sir, speak. Thus might he pass indeed, yet he revives. What are you, sir? Glue, away, and let me dice. Edge, hadst thou been aught but gossamer, feathers, air, so many fardom, down precipitating, thou'dst shivered like an egg, but thou dost breathe. Hast heavy substance, bleedst thee not, speakst thee, art sound. 10 masts at each make not the altitude which thou hast perpendicularly fell. Thy life is a miracle, speak yet again. Glue, but have I fallen or no? Edge, from the dread summit of this chalky bourne, look up a height, the shrill-gorged lark so far cannot be seen or heard, do but look up. Glue, alack, I have no eyes. Is wretchedness deprived that benefit? To end itself by death, 'twas yet some comfort. When misery could beguile the tyrant's rage, and frustrate his proud will. Edge, give me your arm. Up so, how is't, feel you your legs, you stand. Glue, too well, too well. Edge, this is above all strangeness. Upon the crown, O.Th, Cliff, what thing was that? Which parted from you? Glue, a poor, unfortunate beggar. Edge, as I stood here below, methought his eyes were 2 full moons, he had 1,000 noses. Horns whelked and waved like the enridged sea. It was some fiend, therefore, thou happy father, think that the clearest gods, who make them honors of men's impossibility, have preserved thee. Glue, I do remember now, henceforth I'll bear affliction till it do cry out itself. Enough, enough, and die, that thing you speak of. I took it for a man, often 'twould say. The fiend, he led me to that place. Edge, bear free and patient thoughts. Enter Lear, mad, fantastically dressed with weeds. But who comes here? The safer sense will ne'er accommodate his master thus. Lear, no, they cannot touch me for coming. I am the king himself. Edge, O thou side-piercing sight. Lear, nature's above art in that respect, there's your press. Money, that fellow handles his bow like a crow-keeper. Draw. May. A clothier's yard, look, a mouse, piece, this. Bees. Of toasted cheese will dot, there's my gauntlet, I'll prove. Red. On a giant, bring up the brown bills, O well-flown bird. Th clout, Hugh, give the word. Edge, sweet marjoram. Lear, pass. Glue, I know that voice. Lear, ha, Goneril with a white beard, they flattered me like a dog, and told me I had white hairs in my beard, ere the black ones were there to say aye and no to everything I said. Aye. And no, too, was no good divinity, when the rain came to wet me once, and the wind to make me chatter, when the thunder would not peace at my bidding, there I found 'em, there I smelt. Out, go to, they are not men, oh their words, they told me I was everything, 'tis a lie, I am not ague-proof. Glue, the trick of that voice, I do well remember. Is't not the king? Lear, I, every inch a king. When I do stare, see how the subject quakes. I pardon that man's life, what was thy cause? Adultery. Thou shalt not die for adultery, no. The wren goes tart, and the small gilded fly does lecher in my sight. Let copulation thrive, for Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my daughters. Got 'tween the lawful sheets. Taught luxury pell-mell, for I lack soldiers. Behold yond simpering dame, whose face between her forks presageth snow, that minces virtue and does shake the head to hear of pleasure's name. The fit you nor the soiled horse goes taut, with a more riotous appetite. Down from the waist they are centaurs, though women all above. But to the girdle do the gods inherit. Beneath is all the fiends. There's hell, there's darkness, there's the sulphurous pit. Burning, scalding, stench, consumption, pa. Pause. Give me an ounce of civet, good apothecary, to sweeten my imagination, there's money for thee. Glue, oh, let me kiss that hand. Lear, let me wipe it first, it smells of mortality. Glue, oh, ruined piece of nature, this great world shall so wear out to naught, dost thou know me? Lear, I remember thine eyes well enough, dost thou squinny at me? No, do thy worst, blind Cupid, I'll not love, read thou this. Challenge, mark, but the penning of it. Glue, were all the letters suns, I could not see one. Edge, I would not take this from report, it is. And my heart breaks at it. Lear, raid. Glue, what with the case of eyes? Lear, oh ho, are you there with me? No eyes in your head, North. No. Money in your purse, your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light, yet you see how this world goes. Glue, I see it feelingly. Lear, what art mad? A man may see how the world goes with no eyes. Look with thine ears, see how yond justice rails upon yond. Simple thief, hark in thine ear, change places and Sunday dandy. Which is the justice, which is the thief? Thou hast seen a farmer's dog bark at a beggar. Glue, I, sir. Lear, and the creature run from the cur, there thou mightst behold the great image of authority, a dog's obeyed in office. Thou rascal beadle, hold thy bloody hand. Why dost thou lash that whore, strip thine own back? Thou hotly lusts to use her in that kind, for which thou whipst her, the usurer hangs the cozener. Through tattered clothes small vices do appear. Robes and furred gowns hide all, plate sin with gold. And the strong lance of justice hurtless breaks. Arm it in rags, a pygmy's straw does pierce it. None does offend, none I say none, I'll able 'em. Take that of me, my friend, who have the power to seal accusers' lips, get thee glass eyes, and like a scurvy politician, seem to see the things thou dost not. Now, 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 now. Pull off my boots, harder, harder so. Edge, oh, matter and impertinency mixed. Reason in madness. Lear, if thou wilt weep my fortunes, take my eyes. I know thee well enough, thy name is Gloucester. Thou must be patient, we came crying hither. Thou know'st thee, the first time that we smell thee. We wail and cry, I will preach to thee, mark. Glue, alack, alack the day. Lear, when we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools, this a good block. It were a delicate stratagem to shew a troop of horse with felt, I'll put in proof. And when I have stolen upon these sons-in-law, then kill, 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 kill. Enter a gentleman. Gent, oh, here he is, lay hand upon him, sir. Your most dear daughter. Lear, no rescue, what a prisoner, I am even. The natural fool of fortune, use me well. You shall have ransom, let me have a surgeon. I am cut to brains. Gent, you shall have anything. Lear, no seconds, all myself. Why, this would make a man of salt. To use his eyes for garden water pots. I and laying autumn's dust. Gent, good sir. Lear, I will die bravely like a smug bridegroom. What? I will be jovial, come, come, I am a king. My masters, know you that. Gent, you are a royal one, and we obey you. Lear, then there's life in't, nay, and you get it, you shall get. Rid. By running, sa, 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 sa. Exit running, attendants follow. Gent, a sight most pitiful in the meanest wretch. Past speaking of in a king, thou hast one daughter. who redeems nature from the general curse, which twain have brought her to. Edge, hail, gentle sir. Gent, sir, speed you, what's your will? Edge, do you hear aught, sir, of a battle toward? Gent, most sure and vulgar, every one hears that, which can distinguish sound. Edge, but by your favour, how near's the other army? Gent, near and on speedy foot, the main descry stands on the hourly thought. Edge, I thank you, sir, that's all. Gent, though that the Queen on special cause is here, her army is moved on. Edge, I thank you, sir. Exit. Glue, you ever gentle gods, take my breath from me. Let not my worser spirit tempt me again to die before you please. Edge, well pray you, father. Glue, now good sir, what are you? Edge, a most poor man, made tame to fortune's blows, who by the art of known and feeling sorrows am pregnant to good pity, give me your hand. I'll lead you to some biding. Glue, hearty thanks. The bounty and the benison of heaven. To boot and boot. Enter steward. Oswa, a proclaimed prize, most happy. That eyeless head of thine was first frammed flesh. To raise my fortunes, thou old unhappy traitor. Briefly thyself remember, the sword is out. That must destroy thee. Glue, now let thy friendly hand put strength enough taught. Edgar interposes. Oswa, wherefore, bold peasant, darst thou support a published traitor, hence, lest that th infection of his fortune take, like hold on thee, let go his arm. Edge, chill not let go Zir, without further cadgen. Oswa, let go slave, or thou deest. Edge, good gentleman, go your gate, and let poor Voke pass, and Jald. Ha been swaggered out of my life, 'twould not ha been so long as 'tis by a fortnight, nay, come not near th old man, keep out. Chivor ye, or isse try whether your costard or my ballow be. The harder chill be plain with you. Oswa out dunghill. They fight. Edge, chill pick your teeth Zir, come, no matter vor your foins. Oswa slave, thou hast slain me, villain, take my purse. If ever thou wilt thrive, bury my body, and give the letters which thou find'st about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester, seek him out. Upon the British party, O untimely death, death. He dies. Edge, I know thee well, a serviceable villain, as duteous to the vices of thy mistress as badness would desire. Glue, what, is he dead? Edge, sit you down, father, rest you. Let's see his pockets, these letters that he speaks of. May be my friends, he's dead, I am only sorry. He had no other deathsman, let us see. Leave gentle wax, and manners blame us not. To know our enemies' minds, weld rip their hearts. Their papers is more lawful, reads the letter. Let our reciprocal vows be remembered, you have many opportunities to cut him off, if you will want not time. And place will be fruitfully offered, there is nothing done if. Hey, return the conqueror, then am I the prisoner, and his bed my jail. From the loathed warmth whereof deliver me, and supply the place for your labor. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant. Goneril. O indistinguished space of woman's will, a plot upon her virtuous husband's life, and the exchange, my brother, here in the sands. The I'll rake up the post unsanctified of murderous lectures, and in the mature time with this ungracious paper strike the sight of the death-practised Duke. For him 'tis well that of thy death and business I can tell. Glou, the king is mad, how stiff is my vile sense, that I stand up and have ingenious feeling of my huge sorrows, better I would distract. So should my thoughts be severed from my griefs, and woes by wrong imaginations lose the knowledge of themselves. A drum afar off. Edge, give me your hand. Far off methinks I hear the beaten drum. Come, father, I'll bestow you with a friend. Exeunt. Scene 7, a tent in the French camp. Enter Cordelia, Kent, doctor and gentleman. Cor, O thou good Kent, how shall I live and work? To match thy goodness, my life will be too short, and every measure fail me. Kent, to be acknowledged, madam, is o'erpaid. All my reports go with the modest truth, nor more nor clipped, but so. Cor, be better suited. These weeds are memories of those worser hours. I prithee put them off. Kent, pardon, dear madam. Yet to be known shortens my made intent. My boon I make it that you know me not, till time and I think meet. Cor, then bet so, my good lord, how does the king? Docked madam, sleep still. Cor, O you kind gods, cure this great breach in his abused nature. Unturned and jarring senses, O wind up of this child-changed father. Docked, so please your majesty, that we may wake the king, he hath slept long. Cor, be governed by your knowledge, and proceed. Sway of your own will, is he arrayed? Enter Lear in a chair, carried by servants. Gent, I, madam, in the heaviness of sleep. We put fresh garments on him. Docked be by, good madam, when we do awake him. I doubt not of his temperance. Cor, very well. Music. Docked, please you draw near, louder the music there. Cor, O my dear father, restoration hang. Thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made. Kent, kind and dear princess. Cor, had you not been their father, these white flakes had challenged pity of them. Was this a face to be opposed against the warring winds, to stand against the deep, dread-bolted thunder, in the most terrible and nimble stroke of quick cross lightning, to watch poor Perdue with this thin helm, mine enemy's dog, though he had bit me, should have stood that night against my fire, and wast thou fain, poor father, to hovel thee with swine and rogues forlorn, in short and musty straw, alack, alack. 'Tis wonder that thy life and wits at once had not concluded all. He wakes, speak to him. Docked madam, do you, 'tis fittest. Cor, how does my royal lord, how fares your majesty? Lear, you do me wrong to take me out, grave. Thou art a soul in bliss, but I am bound upon a wheel of fire, that mine own tears do scald like molten lead. Cor, sir, do you know me? Lear, you are a spirit, I know. When did you die? Cor, still, far wide. Docked, he's scarce awake, let him alone a while. Lear, where have I been, where am I, fair daylight? I am mightily abuzzed, I should e'en die with pity. To see another thus, I know not what to say. I will not swear these are my hands, let's see. I feel this pin prick, would I were assured of my condition. Cor, oh, look upon me, sir, and hold your hands in benediction o'er me. No, sir, you must not kneel. Lear, pray, do not mock me. I am a very foolish, fond old man. Fourscore and upward, not an hour more nor less. And to deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. Methinks I should know you, and know this man. Yet I am doubtful, for I am mainly ignorant. What place this is, and all the skill I have, remembers not these garments, nor I know not. Where I did lodge last night, do not laugh at me. For as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child Cordelia. Cor, and so I am. Lear, be your tears wet? Yes, faith, I pray weep not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause, they have not. Cor, no cause, no cause. Lear, am I in France? Kent, in your own kingdom, sir. Lear, do not abuse me. Dark, be comforted, good madam, the great rage you see is killed in him, and yet it is danger to make him even o'er the time he has lost. Desire him to go in, trouble him no more, till further settling. Cor, wilt please your highness walk? Lear, you must bear with me. Pray you now forget and forgive, I am old and foolish. Exeunt Maynant Kent and gentlemen. Gent holds it true, sir, that the Duke of Cornwall was so slain. Kent most certain, sir. Gent, who is conductor of his people. Kent, as Tease said, the bastard son of Gloucester. Gent, they say Edgar, his banished son, is with the Earl of Kent in Germany. Kent report is changeable, Tease time to look about, the powers of the kingdom approach apace. Gent, the arbitrament is like to be bloody. Fare you well, sir. Kent, my point and period will be throughly wrought, or well or ill, as this day's battles fought. Exit. This electronic version of the complete works of William Shakespeare is copyright 1990-1993, BY World Library, INC, and is provided BY Project GUT and BRG ETXT of Carnegie Mellon University. With permission, electronic and machine-readable copies may be. Chapter 501. Distributed so long as such copies, 1, are for your or others' personal use only, and 2, are not distributed or used commercially. Prohibited commercial distribution includes by any service that charges for download time or for membership. Act 5, Scene I, the British camp near Dover. Enter with drum and colours, Edmund, Regan, gentlemen and soldiers. Edom, know of the Duke if his last purpose hold, or whether since he is advised by aught to change the course, he's full of alteration, and self-reproving, bring his constant pleasure. Exit an officer. Reg, our sister's man, is certainly miscarried. Edom, Tease to be doubted, madam. Reg, now sweet lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister? Edom, in honored love. Reg, but have you never found my brother's way to the forfended place? Edom, that thought abuses you. Reg, I am doubtful that you have been conjunct and bosomed with her, as far as we call hers. Edom, no, by mine honor, madam. Reg, I never shall endure her, dear my lord. Be not familiar with her. Edom, fear me not. She and the Duke, her husband. Enter with drum and colours, Albany, Goneril soldiers. Gone, I had rather lose the battle than that sister should loosen him and me. Alb, our very loving sister, well bemet. Sir, this I hear, the king is come to his daughter, with others whom the rigour of our state forked to cry out, where I could not be honest. I never yet was valiant for this business. It toucheth us as France invades our land. Not bolds the king with others whom I fear. Most just and heavy causes make oppose. Edom, sir, you speak nobly. Reg, why is this reasoned? Gone, combined together gainst the enemy. For these domestic and particular broils are not the question here. Alb, let's then determine, with th, ancient of war, on our proceeding. Edom, I shall attend you presently at your tent. Reg, sister, you'll go with us. Gone, no. Reg, 'tis most convenient, pray you go with us. Gone, oh ho, I know the riddle, I will go. As they are going out, enter Edgar. Edge, if e'er your grace had speech with man so poor, hear me one word. Alb, I'll overtake you, speak. Exeunt all but Albany and Edgar. Edge, before you fight the battle, ope this letter. If you have victory, let the trumpet sound. For him that brought it, wretched though I seem, I can produce a champion that will prove what is avouched there, if you miscarry. Your business of the world hath so an end, and machination ceases, fortune love you. Alb, stay till I have read the letter. Edge, I was forbid it. When time shall serve, let but the herald cry, and I'll appear again. Alb, wife, fare thee well, I will o'erlook thy paper. Exit. Enter Edmund. Edom, the enemy's in view, draw up your powers. Here is the guess of their true strength and forces. By diligent discovery, but your haste is now urged on you. Alb, we will greet the time, exit. Edom, to both these sisters have I sworn my love, each jealous of the other as the stung are of the adder, which of them shall I take? Both one or neither, neither can be enjoyed. If both remain alive, to take the widow exasperates, makes mad her sister Goneril, and hardly shall I carry out my side. Her husband being alive, now then will use his countenance for the battle, which being done, let her who would be rid of him devise his speedy taking off, as for the mercy which he intends to Lear and to Cordelia. The battle done, and they within our power, shall never see his pardon, for my state stands on me to defend, not to debate. Exit. Scene 2, a field between the two camps. Alarum within. Enter, with drum and colours, the powers of France over the stage, Cordelia with her father in her hand, and exeunt. Enter Edgar and Gloucester. Edge, here, father, take the shadow of this tree. For your good host, pray that the right may thrive. If ever I return to you again, I'll bring you comfort. Glue, grace go with you, sir. Exit. Alarum and retreat within. Enter Edgar. Edge, away, old man, give me thy hand, away. King Lear hath lost, he and his daughter Tan. Give me thy hand, come on. Glue, no further, sir, a man may rot even here. Edge, what in ill thoughts again, men must endure. They're going hence, even as they're coming hither. Ripeness is all, come on. Glue, and that's true too, exeunt. Scene 3, the British camp near Dover. Enter in conquest, with drum and colours, Edmund, Lear and Cordelia as prisoners, soldiers captain. Edom, some officers take them away, good guard. Until their greater pleasures first be known, that are to censure them. Cor, we are not the first, who with best meaning have incurred the worst. For thee, oppressed king, am I cast down. Myself could else outfrown false fortune's frown. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters? Lear, no, 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 come, let's away to prison. We two alone will sing like birds ith cage. When thou dost ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness, so we'll live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh at gilded butterflies and hear poor rogues talk of court news, and we'll talk with them too. Who loses and who wins, who's in, who's out, and take upon the mystery of things, as if we were God's spies, and will wear out in a walled prison packs and sects of great ones that ebb and flow by moon. Edom, take them away. Lear, upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia. The gods themselves throw incense, have I caught thee? He that parts us shall bring a brand from heaven, and fire us hence like foxes, wipe thine eyes. The good years shall devour flesh and fell. Ere they shall make us weep, we'll see starved first. Come, exeunt Lear and Cordelia, guarded. Edom, come hither, captain, hark.